All that I know is that we gave scholarship to Ghanaian students.
Okay.
That is all.
Do you have protocol list for Ghana Education Service?
I'm a
to power through this show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 30 millions, welcome back to your favorite show. We were here yesterday, we were here on Tuesday, we're here on Monday, and now we're here today. Today, we're doing two
interesting
topics.
ones.
Yes.
Interesting topics.
Yes.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Story number one. For the third time, he has been nominated
because
for the Grammys.
at this point, he just gets Grammys like he drinks water.
Yeah,
it's like a very normal thing.
The question we are asking is, when is he actually going to win it?
Yeah. When is he going to bring it home? I don't think anyone's won a Grammy technically, as in like an artist. I think production-wise, they have. I think Killbeats did for Ed Sheeran's Dubai, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and I think Stonebwoy.
Oh, really?
I think Stonebwoy.
On somebody else's album, like credited.
So he was credited.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Grams Morgan's album, so yeah.
Okay, well there we go.
That was it.
Okay, so that's the first topic. What's the second topic?
Second topic, I'm quite sad, because I'm just asking, are your best friends truly your best friends? And should we be bothered about the people that you go out with? I mean, that's something for you to also think about when we bring you that story. My name is Eko Kumsin. You can find me on social media platforms at PK_Kumsin. And I get to do this. Oh my God, this lady is so beautiful and amazing. I like the top.
Wow,
I like the top.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I decided to look like a present because I am a gift to the world. Hence the bow. I mean, when you're wrapping presents, you always leave a bow. But no, my name is Lourdes Alexandra Opong, and you can find myself on Twitter at @HelloLourdes_. Now remember, you drive the conversations that we have here, so make sure you message us with the hashtag 30 minutes, or you could follow us across all social media platforms, leave your little messages there, and then while you're at it, head over to your WhatsApp app and send your shout outs, your proposals, and your interjections.
Proposals?
Right through there.
I'm interested in the second one, the proposals. That's what I'm interested in.
We haven't had a proposal in a very long time. I feel like people used to always ask, would you be my girlfriend? How do you know I'm not taken? You're taken. You're married. Hey, wait, you're married? I don't subscribe. No, this is the single season. Yeah. Being by myself season. Yeah. Discovering myself.
Yeah. And this is the me taking season.
This is, you've been taken for like how long?
Yeah, very, very taken. But yesterday was a birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to you, Ivy.
Happy birthday,
Cheers.
Ivy.
I love you.
Goodness,
I
didn't know this.
Yeah, yesterday was that's why I was white yesterday.
Ivy. To celebrate your babies.
Yes.
Sending you all the love from Ghana to Kenya.
Yes.
As you can tell, he's rapping
Hakuna
from his
Matata,
shirt.
Kenya.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have a very packed show for you, so make sure you sit back, sit tight, and we will get to you right after the break. Keep it locked and welcome back.
Plus is a fully skimmed evaporated milk. Creamy Plus is available in a shop near you.
This message has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Please listen carefully. God is speaking to us. It's that time again. Impact 2022.
Today, we block the delays. We override the delays. We will celebrate the victory and the triumph. Put your cancel every delay tactics of the enemy on the account of the blood of Jesus.
Ministering Apostle Joshua Selman.
God does not speak sympathizing with your current situation. He speaks as touching your destiny.
Pastor Jerry Eze.
I command the power of delay be broken. Let your amen thunder louder.
Reverend Eastwood Anaba.
The time has come for you to stop playing in your hand.
Bishop Gregory Toussaint.
Spiritual warfare is first of all a lifestyle. You fight Satan primarily by the way that you live.
Dr. David Entry. Apostle Francina Norman, Prophet Victor Kusibuating, Prophet Ajiman Prempe, introducing Minister Jonathan Rubain. 8 days and 8 nights of power and impact, including a prayer breakfast on Saturday, December 3rd at the Prayer Mountain with Apostle Joshua Selman. Visit linktr.ee/actionch for transportation, registration, and prayer breakfast tickets. Impact 2022, bridging the gap.
Overconfident women.
Don't touch me without my permission.
I'm a playful guy and I do get carried away sometimes.
You are selfish, manipulative, and you are a narcissist.
After all I've done for you.
What have you done for me?
Look, she called me barren.
You know my mom doesn't know any better, right?
You say that now, but then when you see your mother, you start to act like you're deaf and dumb.
You were supposed to be more careful.
I've been.
Clearly not enough.
You're welcome back. This is 30 Minutes right here in the city. I mean, there's an amazing conversation happening right now on social media, inspired by you. So we are going to talk about them. Once you're talking about them, we are going to talk about them. My name is Seko Kumse. You can find me on all social media platforms at PK_Kumse. And I get to do it. I don't know. I love your talk. Like, to be honest, like I love it. Anytime I just can't take my eyes off it.
Yeah. Oh, wow, I just can't take my eyes off it.
Oh my God. Anyways.
My name is Lourdes Alexandra Opong, and you can find myself on Twitter at Hello Lourdes _. Of course, you are part of the conversation, so make sure you follow us across all social media platforms or message us with the hashtag
30 minutes.
Now we're going to get right into our first topic because Grammy season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, and that means your faves, our faves, are snatching up nominations by the go. For a lot of people, this has been a year that a lot of songwriters, producers have been credited and praised, but for us right here, down here in this part of the continent, specifically Ghana, our own Rocky Dawuni has earned a third Grammy nomination. Another one. This time it's a feature with a Caribbean artist, Black Hero. Yeah. And of course, Rocky definitely had to say something about it. He tweeted about it. Decided to, let's parade it a little bit. Let's celebrate it a little bit. But yes, his first nomination was actually in 2015. And his second one was just last year. And he's back again, bigger and better. And it's funny that before we came back on set, Echo actually spoke about the fact that it seems as if he has a relationship with the Academy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
because they love him. They love him.
Yeah, they love him, and I feel like he's also putting out really, really good work. Because if you listen to like the song that was nominated, that is Never Bow Down, it's a very, very good song. Like, I love the song. He even came into the city to promote it. Like, he came here to promote it. Who were the people that played it first time on air. So it's a very, very beautiful song. Like, I love it. I love the video. Like, the video communicates really, really well to us as black people and everything. So
it's so funny you mentioned this because he's actually known to be someone that likes to link various black cultures together, trying to push the the message of, you know, we're all in this together. And clearly he's doing a good job because it's earned him yet another nomination. Now let's go right into the tweet where he is talking about his new nomination. He says, I'm truly honored to be nominated for another #Grammy Award for my song Never Bow Down, featuring Black Hero. This is huge for Africa and the Caribbean, coming together on this global roots anthem. Thank you to everyone who was part of this, and congrats to my fellow nominees.
And I mean, he's doing so well, because you realize that when you listen to his record, you feel the Africanness in there.
Yes,
and you
there's
feel
one thing that he always has to put there.
It's always in there, and you can feel it. Like once you listen to it, you know this is an African record. If you don't even know the artist and you listen to it, you'll be able to tell this is an African record.
If you want, he is predominantly a reggae artist, but he has elements of soul, of Afrobeats, Afrofusion in it, high life. And yeah, that's basically him, really. Anything and anything that centers to being black within music, best believe that it is reflected in his music with like a big backdrop of reggae music.
And this year he has been nominated in the Global Music Performance category, Best Global Music Performance category. And I feel like that's really good, because he has moved through like
transcended borders.
Different categories. He was nominated for the international album for Voice of Boom, and that was very. Have you listened to the album before?
No, I haven't.
You should.
I haven't. I probably
It's a very beautiful album.
If it's been highly like critically acclaimed,
exactly. It's a very beautiful album. I love it, and for me, once it was nominated, I was like, oh, that's good. Like that's amazing. That's great. But you know, I feel like this is the time for him to bring it home.
And I also feel like a lot of people underestimate just how powerful or how strong the reggae community is, musically speaking, within Ghana. We love dancehall, we love reggae. It's something that we constantly churn out. Almost every single artist that is on the pop scene has made some kind of rendition to dancehall or reggae. We are very much influenced by it. So it's lovely to see that, you know, one of our own is being awarded, possibly awarded, but also paraded for it. Now that you've heard everything that we have to say about the situation, let's see what you're saying on the social interwebs. So Undefeated says, this is what I know Grammy for artists like Wiyala, who is she's a fantastic performer. She is absolutely fantastic. I've had the pleasure of watching her twice. The energy.
Jinx.
The energy, man. That woman tears down a stage. And that's why she's always getting all those global bookings and stuff. Because, she is on point. Obviously, the season called your entry, Mr. Lover himself, Oforian Ponsa, who I feel like should be actually out there more. I don't know what's happening, why he's still here in Ghana. He should be. This guy basically ruled most of 2000 to 2006, let's say. All the romance songs, all the clever true songs. Don't know why he's not out there. DL, you know him as Daddy Lumba.
Daddy Lumba,
Not the ones making so much noise. That's a lot of shade. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but I tip Stoneboy to win a Grammy with either Rongo or Greedy Men.
I mean, Greedy Men couldn't make the cut this year, but
Fanty's Finest says, congrats, Big Champ. Keep inspiring these young acts with your exceptional work.
You should show them the way. For me, that's what I think. You should show them the way.
Edwin Burnington says, Rocky keeps winning every single day. Congratulations, Ghanaians got your back to win this. You know the route. Please teach the rest of Ghanaian artists. I cannot read that handle. What is going on? It looks like a bunch of letters. Says, back to back, Bro Rocky has the secret. Other artists should see him for how to do it.
They should go for the notes.
Oppressi says, congratulations, continue making the motherland proud. Yes. So the thing about the Academy is I think you have to actually establish a relationship with them, guys. So you can't just submit your music. You need to, you know, do a bit of promo here and there, make them understand that I'm so much worth the
And I feel like once your work makes it up there, the recognition comes. So once you drop something, they are always like ready to listen and know 100%. That, oh, this guy has a track record of producing something that's Grammy worthy. So we would always put it there. So I mean, that's super good.
And nothing should stop you, because Rocky is technically not a pop artist. He's quite niche, he's quite alternative. But then look at where his music has taken him. Someone somewhere absolutely loves him. He has an audience that clearly are pushing his music out there. It doesn't have to necessarily be us, but now we're not just making music for our locals, we're making global music. So artists should get with the program.
Let's get going. Let's get going. Anyways, if you're asking yourself, while we're looking sweet, my director was making fun of me, like director. No, because the last time I said while we're looking dapper, and she every time she sees me goes like the dapper man.
Oh, the dapper man.
So while we're looking dapper, while we're looking amazing, while we're dazzling on the screens, yeah. Thanks to Nose Cosmetics, they got us locked down. I mean, follow them on all social media platforms, and they are going to, sort out all your makeup issues. Anything about makeup, every little thing, they are going to sort you out. So follow 100%. Them, get in touch with them, and then they are going to, hold you down. And also, if you want to see authentic content right here in the city, please pick your phone right now. Type Citi, go to YouTube, type Citi TV.
Oh, you could just
just scan them. Scan it. It's there on your screen. Just scan it. And, to take you straight to Citi TV, our YouTube page. Everything that you want to see, news, current affairs, everything, eyewitness news, prime news, City Breakfast Show, everything live there. So please, get on there and get interactive. Let's get to know each other, and also follow our content, like, subscribe, share, comment, everything, and we'll get you locked down. Anyways, if you want to hear more and know what's going on in the town on social media, Lord, that's what should they do?
Come back right after we pay some bills. Keep a lot.
In 1957, the Gold Coast gained political independence from Great Britain after approximately 83 long years of colonial rule. 65 years later, is the Black Star still a shining example of Black excellence, resilience, royalty, and sophistication for the African continent? Or is the Black Star simply a Black Star? What has become of us? What has really become of Ghana? What is the true state of the nation?
The Matrix Verse, Ghana at 65, the state of the nation. A poetry concert by Apioko, coming to you on the 18th of November, 2022 at the National Theatre, in partnership with the National Theatre of Ghana, the KGL Foundation. Tickets, VIP Black, 300 Ghana cedis single, 550 Ghana cedis double. Standard Red, 200 Ghana cedis single, 350 Ghana cedis double. Student Gold, 100 Ghana cedis. For ticket purchases, dial the short code *447*2173#. Partners, UNESCO, BU by Bellamundi, Ehala Casa, The Musical Lunatics, Colorcast Print Solutions, Avonzige Fashion House. Sponsors, Create Concert, Poetry Association of Ghana, Himaya Ushering, Ahaspora Young Professionals, Democrats Abroad, Ghana, the European Union. Media partners, Citi TV, 97.3 Citi FM, Ghana Weekend, Amayo Debra Media, Hyperlink. This is a Beyond the Return event. The Matrix Verse is an Apioko and Fablinks co-production supported by Tunic Africa.
Charlie can't see. Today we don't watch like you see that your mess are feel you. Oh, uncle, why are you crying? It's a tear of joy. I'm on my kind and the two. I'm because stadium crab and pen and feel. It is second time I measure match or make them feel. Oh, 80 plus. How? Other pictures no, 5 times better clear than the others. You can record your favorite shows, the wine, horse, and control your viewing experience anyhow you want it.
Wow! World class TV viewing at Bagana.
Wow, watching HD Plus is like you did a Philly. You can get HD Plus decoder from any multi-TV dealer or all electronic shop nationwide, and the price is affordable.
Welcome back to the CT on 30 Minutes right here in the CT. And you can always, join us, interact with us on the WhatsApp line 05. I feel like we've not mentioned the numbers today.
You feel like you haven't mentioned the numbers.
We have not mentioned the numbers.
You haven't mentioned. You know your job. You know your KPIs. Why should I have to remind you?
0550585832. Please send us a WhatsApp message. Let's know what you think about the topics. If you have any wish, like Lourdes said earlier, if you have any proposals proposal.
Because I love love. Like, I'm a facilitator of love.
Yeah.
I will push you towards the love of your life. Best believe. And I will use this God-given platform to do so. To do such. I'm like a cherub. You know?
Oh my God.
Like, I just have an arrow and I'm
You're like a what?
A cherub.
Oh my God, you just brought a song into my head. Have you ever heard this song? Seraphim the cherubim. I
was not expecting it to be true. I can't lie. I was expecting some I don't even know, Westlife song maybe.
Oh my God.
With some metaphor.
That's one of the few songs that has Seraphim and cherubim in there. Yeah. And it's a song of appellations for God and everything. And people use it for like worship.
Jesus.
Yeah. And when they're doing it, oh my God, people just... Anyways, let's go back here.
All right, so we're getting right into our second topic. And unfortunately, the saying goes, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But this story became completely different and a nightmare for a North Carolina-based woman named Shanquella Robinson. If you're someone who engages with North American news or have literally been on social media for the past 48 hours, you've probably seen the hashtag Justice for Shanquella. Well, Shanquella went on holiday with her friends to Mexico, and within 24 hours, she was pronounced dead.
Dead, yeah. And for me, it's what they said.
Exactly.
Like what they reported first.
Exactly. Now, her mother says that when the friends initially called her to report the death to her, they all quoted different instances as to how she'd even gotten there in the first place. Her mother didn't believe them. And then they sent the FBI and Mexico authorities to, you know, survey the situation, check out what happened in the villa. And they actually saw that her spine had broken and her neck. So,
it's the autopsy reports. And, you know, sometimes we undermine some of these things, especially issues like autopsy reports, because we just feel like, oh, I mean, it happened, you know, it's fine, let's just move on and everything.
It's funny you talk about the autopsy because with it, they actually did not record any foul play. But from the looks of it, it seems as if there has, because a video circulating has shown a particular friend of hers within the midst of the rest of the group, beating her up whilst she was naked. So this is the tweet that spoke about the situation, a tweet that has been circulating discussing the situation. Since nobody is talking about it, Shanquella Robinson was found dead within 24 hours of arriving in Cabo with a group of friends. The autopsy determined cause of death to be related to a broken neck and cracked spinal cord, though her friends claimed she had alcohol poisoning. That's two completely different things. How do you compare alcohol poisoning to a broken spinal cord? So the account goes on to say it also took her family 2 weeks, about $6,000 to recover her body because her 6 friends returned to the US without it. Man.
Oh man, and you know you've gone on a vacation with your friends and then it all turns badly. But let's check out the video that's making rounds on social media.
Trigger warning, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, but this is the full report.
Fun, long weekend for 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson and her group of friends who went to Cabo to celebrate one of their birthdays.
She told me they had a chef. They was getting ready to eat. They was eating tacos, something, salad or something they was eating. And I said, well, okay, I love you. Have a good night. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I never talked to my child again. And she never made it back home.
Robinson's mom, Salamandra, says within 24 hours of her daughter's arrival, she was dead. Figuring out how or why has only added to the family's nightmare. It started with a frantic call from Robinson's friends.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poisoning. They couldn't get a pulse. Each one of the people that was there with her was telling different stories.
It's when the family made calls to the FBI and Mexican authorities that they learned of another potential cause of death.
The autopsy came back. They said it didn't have anything to do with alcohol. Said that she had been, she had a broken neck and her spine in the back was cracked. She had been beaten.
Salamandra says the entire group came back from Mexico, leaving her daughter's body there. Nearly 2 weeks and $6,000 later, her body is back home. But answers have been hard to come by.
You know, I know that's not going to bring my child back, but I want something done about it.
Queen City News has spoken with officials at the U.S. State Department in Mexico who refute the claim that Robinson was murdered, saying the police's initial indication is that there was no clear evidence of foul play. Here in Charlotte, her family refuses to believe their daughter's death was an accident, and they vow to find the truth of what happened that night in Cabo.
No one told the same story, so I never believed them anyway.
Queen City News obtained Robinson's death certificate, which lists a cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae. In the section where police could have noted any sign of intoxication, it says, person found unconscious on her living room.
And they didn't call us to the very last minute. And then on top of that, they said the maid found them.
The group stayed here at Villa Linda 32, a property listed on CaboVillas.com. A rep with the company says the group called the concierge for help Saturday afternoon. The concierge called a doctor who gave CPR. Robinson died at 3 p.m., an estimated 15 minutes after her injury. We obtained a list of 7 guests who signed into the villa and called the phone numbers they left with the company.
All right, so there we have it. Every single thing you need to know about the Shanquella Robinson case at the moment. Of course, there is actually a video of one of her friends, and I put that in quotes, beating her up. She was naked, actually, between those 24 hours, in the midst of the other friends. Her family have actually asked people to circulate the video in hopes that the case gets reopened and that she is brought to her friends and the people that caused her harm are brought to justice.
It's interesting because, you know, once all friends are giving different stories, it just shows that there's something doesn't add up here. But anyways, we've said a lot about it. Let's see what you guys have been saying about it. I mean, I'm just... I don't know. It's getting to me, to be honest.
It is, yeah.
Asia says, it's so sad how people will secretly hate you and start plotting on you. She was invited on the trip because they had all this plotted already. Within 24 hours of arriving, she's dead.
I find it so weird. What inquiry went on that you had to kill the person within 24 hours? It does feel like it was premeditated.
Yeah, it was premeditated. Underscore Malaysia says, the truth has to come out though. She had to have been on that trip with at least one real friend. Because if 6 friends and nobody, oh man. Ashka says, nah, them friends did something to her. Even if it was an accident, they did it or know which ones did. Shaking my head. Yeah, I mean, they surely know who did that. They surely know.
It's funny because this isn't the first case that I've read on or seen where a bunch of friends went on holiday. American, by the way, black girls that went on holiday, and what happened?
I mean, somebody will be killed.
Someone got killed.
Yeah,
they actually left the girl's body in the freezer. Until this day, they've never reopened the case. But we all know something happened. One of those things, guys. Please be careful with the people that you know. I know there's only so much you can do, and people can pretend to be something that they're not. They can be there. They can pretend to ride for you, to love you. But let's just be careful if we can, because this is so unfortunate. People are out there pretending to be your friends, pretending to be people that love you, just to harm and hurt you, especially within the festive season. Please be with people that you absolutely trust and that have been worth that trust. That's all we can say.
Anyways, the
this
weekend
is so
coming.
Unfortunate. We hope that, you know, everything is brought to justice.
Exactly. The weekend is coming, and Dress for Morning is turning on your screens every Thursday and Friday at 9 p.m. and 7 p.m. respectively. We are giving you 2 episodes every week now, and then repeats on Saturday at 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. and on Sunday at 5 p.m. And in the voice of Kuku David, your weekend will never be the same.
No, it won't. And whilst you're at it, you can obviously catch up with Startup Africa, which shows every Tuesday at 7:30, and the repeats go for today at 12:30 p.m. So you've already missed it. But then you can go tomorrow at 1 p.m. if you're trying to think of anything to do with entrepreneurship within Africa. And as Echo likes to put, solutions for our country, best believe that is the show that you should be catching. And then, of course, we have a bit of a Christmas treat for you, because throughout December, we will be running reruns of our amazing The Hairdressers, which will be showing every Wednesday from the 7th of December for 7:30 p.m.
Exactly. It's fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to skedaddle out of here. But how's your day been?
My day has been cool. It's been fun. I love it. I feel like I'm heading into the weekend, so I'm just easing myself into it. I have the chat coming up. I have a showroom tomorrow, so
look at you. You've got a packed weekend.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow, same time. Keep it locked and stay safe.
And so forth. In other words, saying that he was responsible for everything and that the state should look after his children, you know, a very emotional thing. And that was it. And then it ended. Then, so for us, it was a big story. I remember the headline, Don't blame Captain Chikata. Don't blame Captain Chikata. Something like that. It's in my book, Motherlands. So we used it, front page story. By 10 o'clock, the newspaper was finished. You had to go into a second edition because it was big. But then, early in the afternoon, I get a visitor. Joyce Hai comes to say, I have some bad news for you. Your story was not well received at the castle, and I have a letter for you to go on indefinite suspension.
Join your host, Samuel Atamenta, as he engages Kujayanka this Saturday on Footprints at 9 a.m. with a repeat on Sunday at 4 p.m. only on Citi TV.
Footprints is proudly sponsored by Creamy Plus Evaporated Milk.
Hello, you're welcome to the Citi Newsroom. My name is Vivian Kai Loko.
And mine is Umaru Sanda Amadu. Coming up.
Investigations commence into circumstances that led to the death of one and injury of others during clashes between some youth of Kenyansi and members of the formed police unit manning the New Ahafo mines.
To set up an investigative team to go into the matter to find out who really is at fault. Went to the hospital to see the one on admission, and he's responding to treatment. He also visited the various homes, and everything is moving on well. We went to also meet management of Newmont, and we had a lot of discussions with them.
Also coming up, residents of Asin Breku in the Asin North District of the Central Region want police to step up efforts to protect residents following series of alleged ritual killings recorded in the area.
We need a community watchdog. We need to form a group, maybe a youth wing, that will move day and night, and then patrol our areas. Just a single person, you cannot go to farm. Okay, you must move always in groups.
Customers of Electricity Company of Ghana now able to purchase prepaid credit days after facing challenges in doing so.
Through the weekend till I think on Monday we were unable to sell, but since yesterday all the challenges were resolved, and so you may have had reports of queues in some of our offices. These were backlogs from the customers who couldn't access our services over the weekend.
And later, thousands of residents of Anglon who live along the basin of the Keta Lagoon displaced following the spillage of the Bagri Dam.
The Aflo River now has gotten to a very high height that the children cannot even cross. So you have to construct some form of canoe for them to be using.
We bring you details of our stories, and investigations have begun into circumstances that led to the death of one and injury of others during clashes between irate youth of Kenyansi and members of the formed police unit manning the New Malta Hafo mines.
On Tuesday, November 15, some youth of Kenyansi number 2 clashed with the police of unknown reasons, resulting in the death of one person and the injury of others. Subsequently, the youth group attacked the residential property of Newmont, Ghana at their Hafo mines, destroying several properties. The following report has more.
As part of the fight against illegal mining, government has formed a special police unit called the Formed Police Unit FPU. This unit is stationed across mining concessions of major mining companies to ward off illegal miners from engaging in galamsey activities. On Tuesday, November 11, some members of this police unit had a confrontation at Kenyansi number 2, a community within the Ahafo South district where Newmont, Ghana is operating its Ahafo mines. The confrontation resulted in some shooting and death of one person and injuries to others. Subsequently, the youth attacked the residential property of Newmont, Ghana and destroyed property. The Ahafo regional minister, after visiting the injured, revealed that investigations have commenced into the matter.
To set up an investigative team to go into the matter to find out who really is at fault. We set up very early in the morning, around 9 o'clock, go around to make sure that tempers are calmed. And as at now, we went to the hospital to see the one on admission, and he's responding to treatment. He also visited the various homes, and everything is moving on well. We went to also meet management of Newmont, and we had a lot of discussions with them. From there, we also went and met the leadership of the youth, and we have also spoken to them, advised them to be calm, and they have all heeded to our advice.
Meanwhile, Newmont, Ghana says attacks on its residential property at the Ahafo South mines have left workers and families traumatized. David Johnson is the Director of Communications and External Relations at Newmont, Ghana.
We know that, televisions have been broken, washing machines, windows, and they would enter a house and try to, ransack, the whole place, and it's also the psychological trauma. We have kids who live, in these facilities, and yesterday the kids had to be kept in school, because it was not safe for them to step out. And these are things that beyond, physical damage to a person can actually traumatize the person for a long time, and you can't even put a cost to some of these things. So you ask yourself, what really happened to justify such.
He also says if such attacks on foreign companies are not checked, it may send wrong signals to the investing community about the business environment in Ghana.
You can't have, incessant attacks on employees and, company property. There will come a point where employees, would want to protect their family. So we'll say, you know what, we are out. And if operations are being disrupted, there will come a point where it becomes unsustainable. And the implications actually go just beyond Newmont, because then we are also we are also communicating to the international community and the investment community that Ghana is really not, a safe mining jurisdiction. And so if you invest here, you're likely to, pack up and go because your security cannot be guaranteed. So this actually goes beyond just Newmont and looks at the entire, proposition that we make as a country, as being a destination for foreign investment.
An 85-year-old woman, Beatrice Crensel, has been found dead on her farm at Asinbreku in the Asin North district of the Central Region. Her death is the sixth in the series of deaths that have been recorded in similar circumstances in the area. Residents want security officials to take immediate steps to deal with the matter. Central Regional correspondent Calvin Stetter has more.
The naked and lifeless body of Beatrice Crensel was discovered in her farm after a search was mounted. According to family members, there were signs of strangulation and condo had been inserted into her private part. A pair of scissors was also found close to her lifeless body. Family members of the deceased, who could not hide their pain, want the incident thoroughly investigated and the perpetrators punished.
Yawada enyumre was a Maduna Bobese 8:15. And our friend said, "Oh, sister, you baby are all." The other chain on our buy, and now in your blue man temper can't say, or crown say, or quick froom. Now, I'm just adding your more faint paper fights or moon could jam in quick froom when I am cushy. You're quayin, each my ye hono. Yes, I'll buy if a catch a police for. Say, I call for what you might ye hono, but I couldn't ensue our call ya a froom or no more do I Bruba Wokudia, Ewo. Until a bass, no police for the my quiet fee. If I am feeling on my a dom, near the coffee shade, your coffee shade, your coto say, oh, at the hall. May we send the corner, ahono, ten, the nimuso ahono. Na, fancy, homode, habain so, a shed.
Cream, you're dying. A dying. Ukasa se wo banchi fue bi mpona wo kuma kwa kutua ba eden so wanyi obi anka ho na se wonko akwa wonko nsa me bi nti ekura yi mu die eden yesra bambo kase wo kura yi mu.
63-year-old Ama Bedua, who is a sister to the deceased, was also murdered in similar fashion. But according to a member of the family, Che Bafo, the family is yet to be provided with information following police investigations.
Up to now, young Tom Hoshi. Now, if you are quite better to a for us, I had a Matako community for. Oh, while you are correct, that way, if you crack a police station, the police for the union and answer me. And no, Open police commander could have just walk up. I have to turn your district. Where can I mention?
For these Okada riders, they are alarmed by the growing number of such incidents in the Asin North area. They say the development is causing fear.
First, maybe we know we want more friend baby. I mean, minimum me call. But it's CIA, no. Oh, from me, I mean, no pay the same. Because all bano the offer on unim the adwene bi a wadwene wo wura mu ho enti first in sense that young yama me munzen go mutumi mfini akura ma school ha wo ba na amakure mu mu ayehu pa enti mu aye.
There have been 5 similar incidents that have occurred in the area. The victims are mostly aged women who are killed on their way home or whilst on their farm. At a community forum, residents called on the government to improve security in the area. Community members say the number of police personnel stationed in the district capital, Asinbreku, is woefully inadequate, as only 3 officers are stationed in town.
As a concerned youth or concerned citizens of Asinbreku, and we are rising up now to the challenge. I and my executives, we need to come together and then come to arrest the situation. We need a community watchdog. We need to form a group, maybe a youth wing, that will move day and night, and then patrol our areas. Another point we also suggest and recommended to the chiefs is that, yes, they must implement some bylaws, and this can be done. You are just a single person, you cannot go too far.
DSP Moses Osakuno admits the district command is under-resourced, but insists it is poised to ensure the safety of residents. He, however, admonished residents of Asin North to cooperate with the police and provide accurate information.
Don't leave the job alone for the police. Police work only basis on the information. Even though I can say, regional commander, we need, yes, we complain, but they will tell you the whole country inadequacy. You understand? So they will promise you when we get the men, we share it accordingly. So we are also waiting patiently that the region or the division will answer our prayers, that they will also give us some people to boost our morale here and even to augment to the strength of the people. But the most is the community must be with the police. Share information with us. I think we can do it.
DC for the area, Charles Ohene Ando, pledged to support the police to discharge their duties successfully, but says the District Security Council has put in place measures to curb the development and unmask the faces behind the deaths.
You're talking about the number. It is very key. But all efforts are being done to just increase the number of police personnel that we have in the district. So we are doing our best as a district, DISEC. The important thing they also have to do is to check their own personal, because we've been mentioning it. I mean, anytime when we meet them, we say, don't go to farm alone. All these things that are happening. Okay, the first one who was murdered, I mean, the head was cut off, and then the second one, they went to farm alone. If they were to be accompanied by somebody, this thing wouldn't have happened. So as much as we're trying to increase the police personnel here and also resource them, they also have to take that into consideration.
Now, the Western Regional Coordinating Council has revealed that it has adopted an anti-Galamsey policy to fight illegal mining in the region. In the policy, chief executives of various assemblies will be made signatories to mining licenses given to miners in the region. Citi News' Kennedy Chumesi has more in the following report, read by Charles Osukumi.
Illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, has been a hard nut to crack, especially in the western and eastern regions. Though Galamsey affects many facets of life, one area in which its impact is being felt most is the pollution of water bodies. The rivers polluted exert significant pressure on individuals who depend on water bodies as sources of drinking water and livelihood. At a press conference in Accra on Wednesday, November 11, 2022, the Western Regional Minister, Kwabena Okyere-Darko-Mensah, indicated that to help fight the menace in the region, chief executives of various assemblies will be made signatories to mining licenses given to miners. This, according to the council, is to make the executives get involved in fighting the menace.
When it comes to Galamsey, we have a policy, anti-Galamsey policy, that we are currently working on them. Initially, we used to do swoops. Now we stopped. We are now doing arrests, because that's the only way we can stop people from mining on the river bodies and then in the forest. Currently, we are also getting our chief executives to be signatories to the mining licenses that are being issued. In fact, the president has agreed with all chief executives in Ghana, and they are now signing part. So they know those who have been given license to mine and those who have not been given licenses to mine. As we speak, on the 26th of this month, the river gas will be deployed along the river banks of the rivers in Western Region, and we are doing it one river at a time. We don't want them to be going around just chasing from one place to the other. They are going to be stationary, like police posts along the rivers, and we've chosen 2 rivers in the Western Region for now. The first one is the Ankobra, which traverses Western Region and Western North only, so we can manage it. And then the second one is the Bossa one.
According to the council, the action forms part of the adoption of an anti-Galamsey policy. However, reacting to allegations that some district chief executives are involved in illegal mining, the minister described them as false and assured of stringent measures taken against such recalcitrant authorities if caught.
If government needs excavators, government will buy excavators to do their work. Those who are buying excavators to do Galamsey, I believe that Ghanaians have to support us to destroy it. Because if you are saying big men are behind Galamsey, then big men are buying excavators. So let's buy the excavators so that they don't destroy our forests. And we need the media in your conscience to support government to destroy these excavators that are destroying our lands. But I want to assure Ghanaians and the people of Western region, I won't get involved in this business of Galamsey, because I do believe that mining, if it has to be done, it has to be done properly. If I get any of my DCE involved, I won't blink an eye in recommending him for sacking. And if the president also sees that I'm doing it, he should sack me. I believe the right thing has to be done.
On sanitation, the regional minister revealed that it will soon roll out a digital billing system known as e-tanker system to help fight sanitation challenges in the region.
Now, sales executives at the Ministry of Food and Agriculture are pleading for support from the security agencies to aid in enforcing law and order at its PFJ market. The Planting for Food and Jobs market was started by the ministry to bring relatively cheap foodstuff to Ghanaians. Now, some foodstuff which were sold during the three-day initiative at the ministry's premises include plantain, yam, local rice and vegetables. Citi News' Akosi Ochre was at the market on day 4 of the initiative, which has been introduced at Tudu Market, and filed this report.
Today is day 4 of the Planting for Food and Jobs Market Initiative, started by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture since last week, Friday. Today, Wednesday, they have decided to bring it onto the markets proper. And this is the Tudu Market. Right behind me, you can see some market women or some individuals massing up to get some plantains to buy. We'll just speak to them and find out what they make of the prices.
25 cities. 25 cities. One body away. Our makwala. 100 cities. And so her 25 Ghana. I buy why there. Agric Minister,
so excited because our minister is doing well. Yes. In fact, see about markets anymore. Market women are killing us. But Nyamia Domia Minister, Shania Mikiteo, 15 cities, oh Mato.
Okay, but when you say that the market women are cheating you, I mean, it is not by their will. That's why they are increasing the price. Traders in the market were excited about the move by the ministry, but were disappointed that there wasn't enough foodstuff for all to buy.
No amadana kaba na ho kene mo fiamu anenku ahe she me ko be feni etuma me pa me he amadana me awe ko bamla mi the ministry seneko ibabia uneko
ya perede na mo bode ya bedala fa na pasa ya nya bode ni bi nti bode perede nko na ye isu ya nya bi akaboso di ye
eniama na ba ye no enso edomno anuntina ebi mu ba ya wate se bi kasa se ye nya bi ena se ni se da bi nti sa aduane na doso na enso enso edomno emo ni bi pemo eman bi so epe gari ena bi so pe beans ebi so pe enwa so mo de ni na beba me ba cho ai eti ebesre se omo a yade ba so omunya bote efa mayen so omunya bote edi mayen e be chiche eniema no e mo bibia yedai enya bi yede mase. The sales executives were also under heated pressure as they complained about the mad rush for the food items, which turned chaotic. Me hu ni say abaya ye bebre na minister yesrew say e ba se e be start aduane no a nke e benya police omo be some line am I because you can some lines now omo penny when some na me buy e do baby ko no be table emi obiem obi di akonya emi obi nine yes raban enu de hia yen yes security without security aya na ye bre. The Agric Ministry is certain of expanding the markets in subsequent days.
Initially we had challenges with controlling the crowd because unlike what is happening at the ministry, this is a very enclosed area. And so we had difficulty controlling the crowd. So people were massing up and there was stampede. So the police had to come in to ensure order and sanity. From then we were able to sell to everybody. We may have underestimated the attitude or the behavior of the crowd, because we have been in the ministry and we dealt with in discipline form. But here we realize that a lot of people are eager to buy, and so we had difficulty controlling them, simply because this is what they do here. That's their activity. When trucks come to offload plantain, there's always the kind of jostle bustling for the goods, and that's exactly what we encountered this morning.
Lastly, before you go, a lot of people have been asking this question since the initiative started, that how sustainable can this be, and how long are you going to be doing this?
Because when we started last Friday, people were just waiting to say that, oh, at the end of the crowd, when we said it, they couldn't do. But we did Monday, we did Tuesday, we are doing today, tomorrow we are going to do. So as long as the foods are available and we are able to convey them to the big cities, we'll continue to do.
And from the traders here at Tudu, specifically the fire service station, well, what they are asking for is for variety of foodstuff to be available on the market so that they can be able to purchase. Well, as you heard from the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, they would be bringing more items to the market at cheaper prices and ensuring that anybody who walks in here would be able to get his or her share. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Akosia Ochre.
Why are you looking at me like you want to pound plantain fufu?
Have you been to any of the market? Mm-mm. Oh, Hajia hasn't been there.
Oh, no. Why? Where we'll stay, no. The truck fair to come to Accra to come and struggle like the way they are struggling for
you mean
plantain.
We triple the original from where you go to?
Look, Vivian. We are not against the Minister of Agric. His job is to provide food. That's right. His duty. Mm-hmm. He has said there's surplus food and he's bringing it. But there are a number of things we have to consider. How much are they buying a bunch of plantain from the farm gate? Yes. That's the first thing. Tell us so that me and you can decide that, oh, then we too is a good business. We're going to start doing. 1. 2, how much are they paying the Kia truck driver who brings the stuff to Accra?
Thank you.
Is it all of a sudden cheaper because they contracted a driver?
And if they are not paying him, where are they getting that truck from, that pickup? Who is fueling it? Is it the taxpayer?
Are they drawing fuel from the government's
the stands,
to come and put in that truck, or there's a normal Kia driver who they contract with his mates
and pay?
Now there's something they call loading and offloading fee. They call it a formsica or something like that.
Yes.
When you load plantain, you have to pay for that.
Yes.
When you are offloading the market, that has to be done.
Do they do the same?
Do they do that? 3, when you bring the thing to the market like today to come and sell, if an ordinary plantain seller is selling in the market, they'll pay market tolls. Does the AMA go to collect
from them?
They don't. I don't think they do. If they do, they will sack them. Next thing.
But then they are using premises. So in the first 2 days, they used the ministry's premises. Yes. So they didn't pay anything there. Didn't. So that's a deduction in the cost to the market owner.
If the people at the Food and Agriculture Organization are coming to have a meeting with our minister at the Ministry of Agric, they expect to come and meet a serene environment.
Yes.
Then they show up and there are people holding bells and ringing, like the way they sell it.
The lady.
And plantain. That is what we do at our ministry, which is supposed to be the policy place.
Yes. So and then the workers they are using.
Yeah. So workers of the ministry.
Yes, sales executives. Workers, their main jobs was what? And now they are doing this.
Are they from the market? Or they are from the ministry who've been given aprons to wear.
Yes.
Because if the person's job at the ministry is to be manning a certain desk,
and now
you removed him from that desk to come and sell plantain in front of your ministry. Yes. What happens to that office? The person was redundant all this while, so Charlie, so because already you are not doing anything, so we are selling plantain. Go out, come on. Vivian, in this your newsroom that you run, if someone brings plantain to come and sell in the car park, you won't get one person in the newsroom to go and sit and sell plantain.
This time, if I'm able to do it, then I have to be queried. It means because all this time the person wasn't being utilized, and I was paying that person.
If they are not from the ministry's office and they went to bring them from the market, what were they doing in the market?
Yes, and who is going to pay for that person?
For the service. And are they market people who are already selling in the market before you brought them to come and do Don't Call Me for you?
Sandra, the questions are plenty.
And finally, can I ask a question? The minister's Wellington boots there. It's okay, let's leave it. You're watching Citi Newsroom on Citi TV, still ahead.
Customers of Electricity Company of Ghana are now able to purchase prepaid credit days after facing challenges in doing so.
We have that and more. Please stay with us.
It's that time again. Impact 2022.
Today, we block the delays. We override the delays. We will celebrate the victory and the triumph. Put your cancel every delay tactics of the enemy on the account of the blood of Jesus.
Ministering Apostle Joshua Selman.
God does not speak sympathizing with your current situation. He speaks as touching your destiny.
Pastor Jerry Eze.
I command the power of delay be broken. Let your amen thunder louder.
Reverend Eastwood Anaba.
The time has come for you to stop playing religion and take your destiny in your hand.
Bishop Gregory Toussaint.
Spiritual warfare is first of all a lifestyle. You fight Satan primarily by the way that you live.
Dr. David Entry, Apostle Francina Norman, Prophet Victor Kusibuate, Prophet Ajiman Prempe, introducing Minister Jonathan Ruben. 8 days and 8 nights of power and impact, including a prayer breakfast on Saturday, December 3rd at the Prayer Mountain with Apostle Joshua Selman. Visit linktr.ee/actionch for transportation, registration, and prayer breakfast tickets. Impact 2022, bridging the gap.
Plus is a fully skimmed evaporated milk. Creamy Plus is available in a shop near you.
This message has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Finally, anyone can become a house owner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You Go Flip, a real estate gaming platform that allows you to play and stand a chance of winning a house or cash or consolidated prizes, such as savings towards a house. Simple and easy to play. Visit www.yougoflip.com. Buy a ticket to enter the game. Wait for the end of the game to enjoy the win. Anyone can win. Flip it or own it. You Go Flip. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Play responsibly, not for persons below 18 years, and gaming can be addictive.
You're welcome back. Now, Citi News has received several complaints from customers of the Electricity Company of Ghana with regard to the inability to purchase prepaid credit. Many fear the technical challenges faced by the company some months ago have resurfaced. Checks by Citi News at about 4 private and ECG prepaid vending points indicate that customers are now able to purchase credit, although there is a delay of between 5 to 30 minutes depending on the type of meters used by the customer. The following report has more.
A number of ECG customers have been complaining on social media, and a number of them have been calling the offices of Citi FM to follow up on these complaints. And basically, they raise concerns that the issues that they had with the purchase of prepaid has bounced back again, and a number of them have been without light. Most of them are also raising concerns that the ECG is not putting things right. But we understand the problem has been resolved. We've come to one of the vending centers here at Abeka to find out from those customers if indeed they are able to purchase power from the vending point. Hello, sir. My name is Fred. What's your name, sir?
I'm Emmanuel.
Emmanuel what?
Emmanuel Agbodu.
For how long have you been without light?
Oh, just this morning. But I think this challenge has been there for some time. Anytime I come to purchase power, they will tell us, no, the network is slow. And the painful aspect is that you have your money to buy, but network issue, you will be there for several minutes, hours before you get your power. We all know that power is what we use for everything, almost everything in our homes. Having money without access to the power, I think they have to do something about it.
Personally called the offices of ECG, and they confirmed to me that they've restored all their platforms. Now that you are facing this challenge, what would be your message to the managers of ECG?
What they are saying, I don't think they are telling the Ghanaian public the truth, because this challenge has been here. This is, I think, the third or fourth time I've encountered this same problem here. When you come, they say that network is slow, network is down.
So far, I've not faced any of the challenges the ECG have gone through, but I'm okay.
What kind of, are you able to purchase from your phone? There is this app that can allow you purchase.
Yeah, I've heard of this app that allow you purchase, but for me, my house is just here, so it's easier for me to just walk in.
There is someone who looks a bit disturbed, and he's been calling and trying to establish. All right, so he doesn't want to talk, but he's facing a bit of challenge. Depending on the kind of meter you use at home, and that will really tell if you'll be able to purchase it quickly enough, or you would have to take a bit longer to get your prepaid credit. We understand a number of people are facing challenges buying prepaid credit. You've been in there. What can you tell us?
Well, I didn't keep 5 minutes. For me, it just worked. I didn't have to go through any stress. I don't know if there's a section of the public having challenges, but here at the Legon main station, people are buying credits, and the queue is not that long.
What type of meter do you use?
Do I even know the name? This is the type. It has an interface and a remote. So you buy the credits, and then you punch the numbers on here, and then the meter picks up whatever is on here. I don't know the name they have for this one, but this is my remote controlled, meter type, and it's working. I didn't have any challenges buying credits.
What did you come here to do?
I'm here to buy prepaid.
Were you able to get some?
Yes, please.
How long did that take you?
By 25-30 minutes. Yeah.
But we understand there are some challenges in the system. Are you also encountering such challenges?
Yeah, I can say last 2 weeks we faced that challenge. Our prepaid got finished. So as I went there to buy the prepaid, the network is very down. So Saturday, I went on Thursday to Saturday before I get a prepaid to buy.
The Electricity Company of Ghana officials have been reacting to recent happenings and the unstable network their customers have been experiencing in the past few days.
Through the weekend till I think on Monday, we were unable to sell, but since yesterday, all the challenges were resolved. And so you may have had reports of queues in some of our offices. These were backlogs from the customers who couldn't access our services over the weekend. But thankfully now, almost all queues have cleared, and we are back to normal working. People who need the credit can see their various vending points and buy the credit.
The system is now functioning and people are able to purchase prepaid credit, aside the few minutes of delay that will really keep them there waiting due to network challenges, we understand. My name is Fred Duho reporting for Citi News.
Now, the Member of Parliament for Anglong, Richard Kwame Sefe, says over 15,000 residents of his jurisdiction along the basin of the Keta Lagoon have been displaced following the spillage of the Bagre Dam. The MP says the choked and narrow channels of the River Volta have been major contributing factors to the situation, which has submerged several communities in the area. Now, speaking to Citi News, a lawmaker called on the government to act in dealing with the annual concern.
In an interview with Citi News, the MP for Anglong, Richard Kwame Sefe, revealed that about 15,000 residents of his area have been displaced following the spillage of the Bagre Dam. The legislator called for the dredging and widening of the channels to the Keta Lagoon, which often contributes to the situation.
A village or a town like Dosukope, where the children have to trek and they have to cross let's say a river there before getting to Trekuma for school. Every day the children have to suffer. Even if you go to, there is another village that we call Afloto, between Afloto and Salo. The river, the Aflo River now has gotten to a very high height that the children cannot even cross. So we have to construct some form of canoe for them to be using. So the long and short of the whole thing is that let government, for that matter, Ministry of Works and Housing, come to our rescue by dredging that portion from Kwakwagbo, Fuvama, let's say from Fuvama to through Jita to Savietura, then we are okay.
According to the minority in Parliament, the government must, in the face of current economic challenges, strive to effectively run the National Health Insurance Scheme by ensuring timely disbursement of funds to service providers to help cushion the public. The group says the delay in the release of funds by the government could contribute to high mortality rates among patients who lack the resources to pay for healthcare services.
Under the current economic conditions, more Ghanaians than ever before will require the National Health Insurance Scheme to finance their medical needs. It is therefore unconscionable for government to hold on to monies collected in the name of the National Health Insurance Authority, rendering it incapable of meeting its obligation to service providers. This is going to increase mobility and mortality across Ghana. As we speak, patients in some hospitals across the country are being asked to make upfront payment for medical consumables and services. This is likely to increase mobility in persons with hypertension, diabetes, sickle cell anemia, HIV, and other conditions who require regular intake of medical consumables and services, resulting in undue stress on already overburdened medical facilities. If nothing is done, we foresee high mortality rates among patients who lack the resources to pay for the services of healthcare providers or delay presentation at healthcare facilities.
Back in the chamber and reacting to a question by the MP for Buisa South, Dr. Clement Apak, the Minister of Health, Kwekwajiman Menu, says a survey conducted by consultants of his outfit revealed that medical doctors require 40% of their basic salaries as incentive allowance for acceptance of posting to severely deprived communities across the country.
Mr. Speaker, a survey has been conducted to solicit the views of health workers on measures to attract and retain them to work in deprived areas. From the survey, willingness of health workers to accept posting to any of the deprived areas is based on the following financial and non-financial incentives. 1. Non-financial incentives. Among others, Mr. Speaker, scholarships to be granted, residential accommodation defined by the existing policy, standard medical equipment, and transfer after 3 to 5 year service upon request. 2. Financial incentives. Direct financial incentives include 34% basic salary as incentive allowance for mild deprived areas, 38% of basic salary as incentive allowance for moderate deprived areas, and 40% of basic salary as incentive allowance for severe deprived areas. Mr. Speaker, as a follow-up to the survey, a technical review workshop is underway to review the various options that emerged from the survey and cost the financial incentive package that was proposed.
The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, in an official communication to the House, urged members to comply with the newly enhanced security measures.
It is compulsory for all members, including me, Speaker, to pass through the machines to be scanned before we enter the chamber of Parliament. All strangers who are also to do so, who intend coming in, whether to the public gallery or to the press gallery or to the important visitors gallery, are all to pass through the scanning machines.
Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Aikwe Okan for Citi News.
Some members of the National House of Chiefs have expressed dissatisfaction with successive governments with respect to how chiefs across the country are treated, citing the delays in paying their royalties and failure on the part of the authorities to increase the percentage allocated to them. The chiefs say they are disappointed that the views are not being properly considered over the years despite numerous engagements. The National House of Chiefs says it will soon meet President Akufo-Addo and table its concerns before him. Our Bureau Chief for the Middle Belt, Edward Opomafo, has more.
Land disputes and its associated challenges constitute a major part of the issues chiefs deal with on a daily basis. In a bid to streamline this, President Akufo-Addo on 23 December 2020 ascended into law the New Land Act. It is in view of this that officials from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, led by Deputy Sector Minister Benito Usubio, organized an engagement with members of the National House of Chiefs to highlight some major areas. The chiefs, however, used the occasion to stress some major issues they want the government to address in relation to their roles as traditional leaders. Domahene Osajifo Siadeyo Ajimambedu II, Mampohene Dasibro Sebus II, and Ochihene Osajifo Mwetio Furipenyi, for instance, expressed disappointment with government for not paying the deserved attention to chiefs.
How soon are they going to adjust the rates applicable to what the land will receive? They appeal to the Honorable Deputy Minister for Lands with respect. I think there's a need, if it has not been done. If it's done, another idea. We are prepared, ready to hear whether you have adjusted the rates, because we on our own cannot adjust. If you have adjusted, if you have not, then with respect, I think there's a need for us to adjust.
All of them could have been approved ex tempore by the president and said, Parliament, sit on it. Frankly, the memorandum are all there. Please, we don't need money from anybody. It belongs to us. That's the papers are ready. Let's reproduce them and then this time directly. We don't bother about any ministry department or whatever. We go direct to the presidential house. And that's what he said. You guys are just administrators, civil servants. The people who make the law. The law for me is unjust. You cannot call me a landlord and call out a landlord, none of the same landlords, and somebody else is managing the rent. It's in an administration that's managing my rent. As if I cannot collect my own rent.
On his part, Deputy Lands and Natural Resources Minister Benito Usubio says the new Land Act will help resolve issues on proliferation of land guards, multiple sale of lands, among others.
This act seeks to address some of the most pressing issues in land administration in Ghana. However, the act cannot act in isolation. It requires the concerted efforts of all stakeholders for effective implementation of the provisions of the Land Act to enable us to enjoy from the numerous benefits that it presents.
The chiefs are urging government to address the various concerns that they have raised over the years. From the National House of Chiefs Secretariat here in Kumasi, I'm Edward Opon-Marfo for Citi News.
You're watching Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. Still ahead. We'll tell you about efforts to get striking public university workers to rescind their strike or return.
Stay with us. We'll be back with that story.
In 1957, the Gold Coast gained political independence from Great Britain after approximately 83 long years of colonial rule. 65 years later, is the Black Star still a shining example of Black excellence, resilience, royalty, and sophistication for the African continent? Or is the Black Star simply a Black Star? What has become of us? What has really become of Ghana? What is the true state of the nation?
The Matrix Verse, Ghana at 65, the state of the nation. A poetry concert by Apioko, coming to you on the 18th of November 2022 at the National Theatre, in partnership with the National Theatre of Ghana, the KGL Foundation. Tickets, VIP Black, 300 Ghana cedis single, 550 Ghana cedis double. Standard Red, 200 Ghana cedis single, 350 Ghana cedis double. Student Gold, 100 Ghana cedis. For ticket purchases, dial the short code *447*2173#. Partners, UNESCO, BU by Bellamundi, Ehala Casa, The Musical Lunatics, Colorcast Print Solutions, Avonzige Fashion House. Sponsors, Create Concert, Poetry Association of Ghana, Himaya Ushering, Ahaspora Young Professionals, Democrats Abroad, Ghana, the European Union. Media partners, Citi TV, 97.3 Citi FM, Ghana Weekend, Amayo Deborah Media, Hyperlink. This is a Beyond the Return event. The Matrix Verse is an Apioko and Fablinks co-production supported by Tunic Africa.
Good morning once again, and welcome to another slide into the archives on Memory Bank. This is yours truly, Tony Menka.
Oh, an opportunity to prove yourself. What do you do? Run off?
I'm about to be hit with a 2 million Ghana cedi lawsuit and you're telling me I'm asking for too much?
You are under arrest.
I didn't rape her. She owes me an apology.
If you want to spread news, you give it to the ladies.
How did you say you should go and sleep with him?
So what should I go do with him? Sing him a lullaby?
We are giving Uptown FM up to 9 a.m. to retract and apologize.
That's a boy, be crazy. If you can't cause for yourself.
Get out of your way.
Fire anybody for you. You go feel a press council.
You're welcome back to the City Newsroom. Now, a decision to get the striking Public University Workers Union to rescind their decision could not be arrived at during a meeting between the National Labour Commission and the unions, which was held on Wednesday, November 16. Now, according to the Secretary of the University of Ghana chapter of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, Professor Ransford Jampo, it was revealed at the meeting that the Finance Ministry had a key role to play in addressing their concerns. He added that the process may delay following the ongoing probe of the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta by the 8-member ad hoc committee. We have more in this report.
The decision for the leadership of the striking Public University Workers Union to meet the National Labour Commission NLC to continue ongoing negotiations about their conditions of service was scheduled for November 16. The unions on strike are the University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG, Teachers and Educational Workers Union TEU, Senior Staff Association of Universities of Ghana, and the Ghana Association of Universities Administrators. The strike by the 4 unions and public universities has entered its 6th week, forcing some academic activities on various campuses to be halted. Speaking to City News after the engagement, Secretary of the University of Ghana chapter of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, Professor Ransford Jampo, disclosed that the meeting has been rescheduled to be held in the next 10 days.
It appears clearly, as we know and as they tell us, clearly things are hard and tough for them, and some proposals have been made, but the government side would have to sort of validate or seek approval or clearance so that they can document the proposals that have been made on paper. And where are they going to seek the approval or clearance? They are going to do so with finance, and as you may be aware, the finance minister is going through a sort of a trial and all that. So it appears that it's been difficult for the government side to get the clearance from the finance. So the government side has asked for 10 more days, which effectively will work out to about 2 weeks. And we have brought this proposal also to the National Labour Commission, and they've also sort of agreed that, well, we should wait and go on with the discussions.
Well, that's it for today's edition of the City Newsroom. Our website, citynewsroom.com, has more.
Subscribe to Citi Tube on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Citi TV.
You can also watch Citi TV on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182. Right. My name is Vivian Kai Loco.
And mine is Umaru Sandamadu. Thank you for watching.
Running a business or working for a company.
I fell in love with the opportunity to work with young people and channel their energy to nation building.
It's my job, once you join the team, to figure out how best you can use the strengths and even the weaknesses you have to advance the cause to prosperity for 1 billion people.
The generation before us helped us, and then we help the next generation.
Well, our struggles may be singular, but our destinies are shared.
The sisters are back with more chic and spice than ever. Join the League of Exceptional Sisters as they come to the rescue of relationships with the all-new season of Sister Sister. Be it gut-wrenching personal secrets, jaw-dropping partner shenanigans, or the cringe-worthy deeds of family and friends, our sisters will be here to help you weave through the simplest and most complicated relationship issues. Sister Sister airs every Thursday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 Citi FM and every Friday at 9 p.m. on Citi TV. Sister Sister is sponsored by Kel Kids Toothpaste, the Ghana AIDS Commission, and Onga. On Footprints this weekend, we have a conversation with a former Minister of State and editor of the Daily Graphic, Kojoyanka, as he walks us through his life.
How many years were you editor of Daily Graphic?
I was 2 years into the second